Hi everyone, welcome back to my little channel. Today we are going to be swatching some inks. But I just wanted to show you really quick my little ink swatch notebook. This is a Musubi Rasa notebook that I was actually pretty excited for. And I was excited because, as we know, Tomoe River paper is just a mess. And then the paper that I had fallen in love with after Tomoe River was Cosmo Air Light, and they also discontinued that. So I was really excited for this Rasa notebook, but something that I noticed is that I can kind of change the color of your inks. And I noticed that because I was doing a swatch of my toasty joggers because I wanted to do a spread of the, like, for my shop. And I did not like how the color went down. I was almost in tears working on this page because at that point I had already bottled the inks. I had already labeled the bottles. I had already packaged them, and I was like, okay, let me finally sit down to work on some pictures for my marketing. And I started writing. I was like, what is going on? So I had to immediately go and like ink up like another pen because I was like, maybe it's the pen, I don't know. And I used it on a different paper, and I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I do know that the ink does have a little bit of pink in it. So that's what I'm seeing here. It's more of a pink brown. And it's just because I know it's not the color that I had approved, it really just, I don't know, affected me a lot. It affected me a lot, and I was like, this is not okay. But I discovered it was a paper, it wasn't the ink. Because at that point, I was like, what have I done? There's no way to save this now. It'll be what it will be. But no, it's the paper. So, anyway, I say that because I feel like I'm gonna give this another chance. I'm gonna keep trying to use my little notebook. And if I notice that it keeps doing that for my other inks, then maybe I'll just use it for work. Um, it'll just be like a work notebook. Um, and that's it. It'll be that. But anyway, today I wanted to swatch all of the six inks. Is that all of the six inks that Sailor has done with Tinterias, which is a Spanish podcast about fountain pens. And for the people who have been here a long time, you will know that I was actually part of that podcast. And in fact, I think that's mainly how I started my fountain pen journey, because my friend Jeffrey invited me to be part of it, and it was a great time. But after, I think, 2 years of doing the podcast, it became a lot with everything that I had going on, so I had to leave it. But anyway, one of the coolest things we did was we worked with Sailor on on a nice collaboration of inks. So I have them all here. I don't know if they will do another set of inks. So far there are only 6 colors. We'll see if there's more. But I will be using my, let me see, what kind of nib do I want to use? I think I'm gonna use this super cool tealy floral nib holder from Papa J, from Luke over at Papa J. Shout out Luke. And I'm using a steel kakimori nib, which I have these in my shop, just FYI. But anyway, let's see. How do I want to tackle this? There are 6 colors. I guess I'll just do like that. So let's see. The first color is homemade tortilla. And so the first set that came out, let me start there, were these two, homemade tortilla and then spicy chipotle. We wanted an ink line based on foods because we wanted to appeal to the Latin American market. So that's basically our reasoning behind it. And wait until you see the colors because the colors are so good. So I'm gonna do actually the spicy chipotle first, just because I know what they look like and I know what I want to do. And this is kind of another insight into my head, friends, but I don't think I have told you this. Visually, a darker color should be on the outside and a lighter color should be on the inside, because I don't know, it just makes sense in my head. So don't mind me. And FYI, these two colors, they are completely sold out. So please do not fall in love with them because you cannot get these anywhere else, or anywhere. And I don't think they will be doing a rerun of the inks because it requires a high quantity of inks, and I just don't think that they will be doing that. But thankfully I did buy 2 sets, so I do have 2 full sets of that, just FYI. But I'm not selling them. So I don't know why I told you that. So anyway, the first color we're doing is spicy chipotle. Sorry, I'm gonna get to the inks eventually, but can we just have a minute for this bottle? It's a great glass bottle, and it's nice and heavy. It's not gonna go anywhere on your desk, so super cool. And listen to I know, yes, so good. So anyway, onto the inks. This is spicy chipotle. I should have put I'm gonna do this for now. So let's do spicy chipotle over here. Yes. I'm gonna do a big swatch just because I know I have plenty of space to work with. I don't know why I'm following the shape, but that's interesting. This is unlike me, but actually that doesn't look bad. That looks pretty cool. So I think we may be okay, at least for these swatches. It looks pretty true to the color. And it also looks so good in a pen. I think I put it in a Sailor Shishikura pen. Ugh, so beautiful. I need to use this color more often. But see, I don't know, there's something about this paper that is making the ink look less vibrant than what I'm remembering. It just, in my opinion, and this is gonna sound mean, but it just makes the ink look a little dull. And we'll keep swatching, and we'll just keep on keeping on. The next color is homemade tortilla, and this is, friends, this is just an absolute banger. Like, we knocked it out of the park with this, and Sailor did so good with the color. And by the way, these illustrations are by Rachel Costifal. I think that's how you say her last name. Sorry, Rachel. She used to be at Sailor North America, but I don't think she's there anymore. But yeah, she's a fantastic designer. Let's see. Now that's a light color, and in hindsight, I should have done the lighter first, but it's okay. Let's see. Yes. Look at this. I feel like there's somebody, was it my Dandelion Diaries that does this? She follows that. If so, I think that's where I got it from. I was like, why am I doing this? Like, I've never done this. So where did it come from? And I think it's from, yeah, she's a YouTuber and she's also on Instagram. My Dandelion Diaries. Yeah, shout out to Dandelion Diaries. You're in my head. So what is this color? Homemade tortilla. That's a beautiful golden yellow, toasty yellow. So that was the first set of inks that we launched with Sailor. Um, Completely sold out again, which is good, but also kind of sad because they're really good colors. And it kind of sucks for the people who didn't get them, but you know, it is what it is. The second set of inks that we did together when I was still part of the podcast was the agave and blue corn. And I was part of the selection committee, I'm going to call it, when we were doing these inks. But by the time I had left, these hadn't been produced. But Jeffrey was gracious enough to gift me one of each because I did help with them. Coffee break. So the next color that we're doing, and I'm gonna switch it up a little bit because I know the blue corn is a purple, it's darker. I'm gonna put the agave here and blue corn there. The agave, it's again one of this one is really good. Cute little illustration as well. And I did do like big swatches back when they first launched, like 2 years ago. Did I get any? Yes. So this is, look at that blue. Yes, that's really cool. It's like this, like dusty denim blue. I think I'm still holding on to that thought that I said about the paper though. Like on a different paper, these will look much more vibrant. The color is still true. Don't get me wrong. It's still pretty good. It's just like the writing, I don't know, something is happening where perhaps the paper is absorbing too much. I'm not sure. Okay, the next color we're doing is blue corn. And when we were doing this color, there was some confusion in the team. It was like, wait, if it's blue corn, why is the ink purple? But in Latin America, there is blue corn tortillas and they're purple, so it's okay. I think I was like, the people who know will get it, and if you don't know, you don't know. So that's how it works, friends. Look up blue corn and let me know what you think. So this is blue corn. Oh, this is really deep. I don't recall this being so dark, but this is actually pretty cool. Like I can see it. And what's that one pen? It's a Sailor pen, like the Witch of the, like the Wicked Witch or something. This would be perfect for that. So this is, oh, and it's really juicy. Sailor Tinterias. I'm like giving you the hint of the name. It's not even like spelled perfectly. Blue corn. Blue corn. The next two, or the last two that we are doing and that they have done, is the refried beans and cilantro, which the refried beans is kind of like an orangey color. So we'll see that. Let's see. How do we want to do that now? I think it doesn't matter at this point. Although I can probably do the cilantro here first. So let's do the cilantro. I think it'll be nice. Nice little green color. I actually haven't even swatched these. This is a brand new. So we'll do that. Let me make sure my nib is as clean as it could possibly get. And none of these have shimmer. Just a fire, which we love, you know. Shimmer is just like, why? So let's see. I want to make sure you're able to see. This is very vibrant. Looks pretty fresh. So this is cilantro. Could probably make a little bigger circle. There you go. Oops, let me make sure I'm not getting. Okay. This paper is finicky with oils as well, so that's why I'm having to use that big of a blotter and such. That's a good green. If you're into greens, I think so. I think Tinterias still has bottles of the agave and blue corn and cilantro and refried beans, just FYI. So those, run and get you some because they're still stock. And if you want the first two, then you're gonna have to start a little change.org proposal for Sailor. Let them know you want them back, because yeah, that's how they'll hear you. Okay, last but not least, we are doing refried beans. Again with the cool little bottle. And this nib is clean. Yes. But you can probably tell, friends, you see how the ink is going down and how vibrant it looks compared to how the first two turned out. Like after a while of drying and sitting there, you can see what the paper is doing. So this is refried beans. It's a long name. Sailor. Am I still in frame? I'm not. Tinterias refried beans. So one of the cool things that I noticed later on is that these are basically all the colors of the rainbow. You have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. So that has worked out because now there's like no, like you don't have three different blues, you know, you don't have three different greens. No, you do have variety. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know if they have stopped at 6 inks, which actually is not a bad number to stop. You have a decent little ink line going on. And I think right now, the only place you can get these 4 inks is direct from the podcast website, so I'll put that on the in the description of the video. Go check them out. Get you a bottle. I think these are $30 each. They're Sailor, that's why they're expensive. And there's no coupons, just FYI. But they're really good colors. So, all right, friends. So I did a comparison. The left is Rasa paper, and the vertical row on the right is Cosmo Air Light. And ultimately, the colors look pretty much the same. It's just I hadn't seen them swatched together, and I was a little surprised that they looked a little flat, in my opinion, on the Rasa paper, but they actually all look in big swatches pretty much the same. The only one is that the blue corn, that violet, does have a little bit of sheen on the Cosmo Air Light, but otherwise they're pretty close. They're pretty identical. So I guess I should not give up on my Musubi Rasa. So that's the end of the story. Anyway, friends, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about them. If you like them, hate them, concerns, questions. And thank you again for watching. I'll catch you again later. Bye-bye.